All right, hello dear traders. Today is a very important day. You have come to the right webinar. I'm very glad to see you all here today. If you could please let me know in chat that you guys can hear me and see me, and we will get started. So today I'm going to teach you the most effective way to quickly and precisely find good trading opportunities. As you guys may already know, we have recently released the new stock SPT platform right here, and I have yet to use it on my main account. I've just been going hard trying to scalp different kind of stocks, and so today we're gonna go through about how you guys can effectively and quickly trade the financial markets. So if I could from you guys, please once again in chat, let me know if you can hear me and see me, as my computer recently did an update, so there could be some issues. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves, what are we looking at? Well, there's two sites, maybe really one, that you need to use before before going into the stock market, and that would be FinViz. So everybody right here, finviz.com. I'm sure a lot of you have used this before, and basically on the home screen right here, this is what we want to look at. Keep in mind the time is right when the stock market opened. So half an hour ago, the stock market opened. Right now is the best time to be, because you have, first of all, that knowledge about what happened half an hour ago. But second of all, you have the opportunity to see on the graph and basically make an informed decision. All right. So what we have is the fact that all the markets are going down. So we can expect that some of the stocks that we're going to be looking at today are also probably going to open a little bit to the downside. So we have a large move up here, and then price came down from the 3M company. So in a nutshell, where you can find the optimal kind of information, because a lot of stocks, like here, if we go to investing.com and have a look at the likes of 3M, Triple M company, there's a lot of financial data, right? And a lot of these companies, they have reported recently, and a lot of stuff that may be difficult for some of you guys. So I personally know. Now, I use this information as well as news data, as well as technical analysis, but I know of traders that are millionaires and all they use is technical analysis. So all they have a look at is at the graph right here. Now, one other layer that you could add to any kind of analysis, and we won't go through that today with you, but it's volume. You can also have a look at TradingView, which gives you a volume profile for a company, and you can also put on the VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price, which basically is a moving average that also includes volume. But again, on our platform, this is not available, so we're not going to cover it here today. But what we are going to cover is how you can quickly and effectively find a really good trading opportunity. So first thing we do, again, we have a look at the broad market, and the broad market would be the S&P 500. Now, can anybody tell me why you look at the broad market, why you would look for any kind of sentiment? We want to understand how the global investment mind state is. That's basically what sentiment is. How do investors see the future? Now, one other thing that you can do is have a look at coronavirus cases. Let me go ahead and put that up for you. So here you go. Basically, Google is a very powerful search tool. And again, I'm probably getting really deep into things that you don't need, but here you can go by country and have a look at what the coronavirus cases look like. And guys, honestly, this is not looking good. So I just want to add one more layer to sentiment for you guys so that you can consider that. Now back to FinViz, we have a very beautiful little kind of box right here that offers the top moving assets, and they actually explain why. We have the top gainers, we have the top losers, we have new highs, new lows. These are all things you want to pay attention to. Like whenever I see a new high, I get ready to buy, especially if it's a AAA investment grade stock. Here we also have unusual volume, most volatile, most active, downgrades from investments, and so on and so forth. So this is actually one more thing that you can quickly have a look at and see where the stock market is, what is happening in the stock market really quick. So it's kind of a tool that allows you to quickly and effectively look at it. Now guys, once I do all these things, once I give you all the backdrop, we're just gonna stick with the platform, and let's go ahead and do that right now. So one last thing before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's webinar is I want you to understand where the best place to buy is. Let's have a look at, guys, have a look at so 19 seconds, last warning, I see that you're having a hard time, buddy. You sound kind of upset, and so I'm gonna let it slide. If you say one more derogatory thing, I'm banning you, all right? So please cut it out. Guys, the best time to buy, if we have a look at this, the S&P 500, obviously it's going up. Obviously it's an index, so you only wanna be looking for buying opportunities. This is for those of you that are having difficulty looking for when you should buy. Like here in the last 3 months, there have been 3 good buying opportunities, and that's every time we touch the 50 EMA. So if you guys want, I recommend for you to copy my statistics right here. I'm gonna send them to you in chat. See if I can do that actually, what that will look like. Perfect, there you go. So those are my statistics. I have the Bollinger for 21, and then 2 is the spread. All right, so 21 is the moving average. You have to change it. Then we have the 100 EMA, 50 EMA, and 200 EMA. That gives me a large opportunity to see when to buy. Let me give you an example. Let's just quickly go through all of the stocks on our platform, and I will outline for you with a glance why they're good buying opportunities. And why do I have the MACD and the CCI? The CCI shows me an impulse. It shows me when the breakout actually happened, and the MACD shows me where we are if we're in a consolidation, like we have for the likes of IBM or Alibaba. Those stocks are in a consolidation. So let's have a look at them together. If you guys want to learn about certain stocks, go ahead and message them, and I will let you dictate kind of which asset we're looking for. All right, so 3M company, we're in a flat, had a breakout from the CCI. We are in a global uptrend. Guys, this may be a good buying opportunity. I do want to recommend that you guys use some sort of notebook system, like I use Google Keep, and also there's another one. Let me just get the name for you real quick. Evernote, it's called. And it's a really, really good place to keep all of your notes. So let me just go ahead and log in on the other account or on the other screen so that you guys don't steal my login information. One sec, you guys. And actually, this is where I keep my trade journal. A lot of you guys were asking about trade journals and how you keep your statistics and what kind of photos you take, or do you record your screen. I do all of those things, and I keep my my data in Evernote. It's a really good database where you can basically keep all of your trading strategies and so on. You know what? Never mind. Wow, that's incredible. So actually Evernote has anyways, I'm sorry I haven't been able to get that to you, so let's use Google Keep. Evernote is being greedy and they want me to stop using their service, I guess. So watch list. We are going to create a watch list. That's also not acceptable for the webinar. Oh, I'm sorry guys that it's taking so long. So we're just gonna go with the good old notepad. What a pain sometimes technology is. So notepad, 3M, what you wanna write down is the company and and kind of what you see. So 3M, we have a breakout. We were kind of in a flat. CCI, when I write that, that means the CCI just broke out. That's a trade signal, and continuation of the global trend. Continuation. So those are kind of the things that I write in my watch list when I create a watch list to what to trade. Adobe has also been doing very well. Now notice how we don't have the history for the stock itself. Don't worry, it's not that big of a problem. Again, you can find the history right here. And you can see that Adobe has actually been doing extremely well, of course, in the coronavirus situation in the world. That's for Adobe. So I don't really see any trading opportunities here, kind of going flat here, a little bit of unpredictability, not what I like. Now, AIG has recently really done so well. Let's go ahead and have a look at this stock in the broader sense of the word. So yeah, look at this, an amazing breakout to the top. Guys, what do we expect from the stock now? What do we expect? We expect a correction. So trading on the stock SPT system, you only have a buying opportunity. So if you want to short something like this, unfortunately, this would not be the right platform to do it on. But we know now that AIG has that momentum. This isn't only like a breakout and then a continuation. This is a massive gap to the top and a continuation. So anytime this stock returns to a previous level, and a previous level would be somewhere around here. So let's go ahead and draw that out on our graph, just so you guys can see how we draw out the information. So somewhere around here would be, see how it's used as a level of resistance here and as a level of support? That makes it a very strong level. So if price does come down to this level, now guys, here I'm going to teach you another trick. Have a look at this. You can click this little bell icon, and now you will get notifications. Now I will have a notification pop up on my screen when price touches this level. Now I did click enable. So that goes for AIG. Let's see what other assets we have here. Alibaba. See, I'm more of a seller for Alibaba. For sure, I still remain bearish for Alibaba, so not one that I'm really going to consider on the SPT platform. Altira Group. Now, Altira Group is in a unilateral triangle that you guys can see right here. And what that means is that there will be a breakout, and it will likely be a breakout to the top side, but we have yet to see that breakout, as it's going to continue to tightly coil within the little corridor that it's trading in. So there you go, have something like this. So what do I expect from Altria? You see how this breakout right here, this one is quite significant. So this breakout is a big one. And then we have this random spike up higher. But again, the spike only took us to the top of this channel, which we have, you know, going from here to here. Some would argue that actually it was a false breakout, because this is in reality what that looks like. So this is a false breakout, and previous candles, or the candles following that breakout, did not have an opportunity to break out. So from here, I expect the stock to fall. So again, it does not make it onto our watch list, and not necessarily any trading to be going on in the next few days. Now, Amazon, on the other hand, Amazon is one of these really important stocks, because Amazon within it combines consumer consumption, it combines the IT sphere, and it combines internet shopping. So it combines internet IT services, not only shopping, but IT services. So three of the most biggest and most impressive sectors. So if we have a look here, this is the different sectors. This is a heat map of the sectors. So again, it combines different different sectors into one right here: consumer social, technology, and like I said, a bit of finance, a bit of IT. But right now the current situation is very bearish. This is a daily graph, so the fact that we kind of gap down and we're staying down takes the stock. Actually, this is again the best time to buy, you guys. The best time. We started the webinar with this is from the bottom. From the bottom of the, this just gives me a bigger overview from the bottom of the market. Now this situation right here, the last earnings was July 29th. So right after the last earnings report, the company fell. So this is in relation to the last earnings report, and you guys can actually find that. Amazon, NASDAQ, earnings. This is where I go to find the earnings report, because Amazon is listed on the NASDAQ exchange, and the NASDAQ exchange gives us this. So why is it not? That's really weird. Why would it show only the third quarter and earnings expectations? So this is also a good sign, guys. If the estimates are going up, that means that all the analysts are in conjunction believing that the earnings are going to grow. And what does that mean for the stock in general? That means that it's going to grow, right? If the company makes more money, if they earn more per share, then obviously the stock will grow. So Amazon is definitely on our watch list. Now, the reason it's on our watch list, and I'll go ahead and break this down for you, is that it's a AAA stock, and it's on the bottom, on the back burner, or on its back. It's at the 200 EMA, and this is again a really big clue, guys. The best times to buy right here, have a look at this. When the what I'm looking at is at the bottom right here, so you guys can see, but the best time to buy is when the CCI goes from being oversold and then goes back into this area right here. It touches it. I guess this is a bad example because right after the stock fell again. But in general, if we don't have such a wildly volatile stock, it would be a great time to buy. Like I guess here, where the CCI indicator goes back into the working area. But generally, I don't like Amazon. This stock is too volatile, too unpredictable, and too expensive. Guys, this is one more thing you want to pay attention to, and we are going to consider that in today's webinar, is that you don't want the price to be $3,000. I don't want to spend my entire position. Like, guys, have a look. My positions are $3,000. So this is what I open. Like, if we have a look at my history, I open $3,000, $1,000 positions. So I don't want to spend my entire wallet for one position size to buy one stock. What does that mean? I'm going to earn a few dollars on the trade. So yeah, Amazon is I'm taking it off my watch list. I don't know about you guys. So I do not like 3M. AMD on the other hand, ooh guys, I spent all night last night researching the computer chip sphere, the computer chip segment of the IT industry. There's a lot of changes. Guys, Apple came up with the 1M and 1A processors. They work on the back of a very effective system. Intel's chipset is outdated, it's old, it's ineffective, and it's slow. Guys, Apple computers and Apple phones, like I don't own any Apple technology. I have a Samsung. But the technology is worth the money. It's a bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth. And AMD is leading the x86 chipset family. So AMD is actually the leader in chipsets, and we can kind of have a look at that right now. Let's go ahead and have a look at the last earnings report and have a look at what's going on with the stock. So we really haven't necessarily broken out to the top. We just kind of finished the year-long or half a year-long bearish trend that we had for AMD. Now, previous to this, if we have a look at the weekly time frame, previous to this, AMD was rocking. All through 2019, all through 2020, it was rocking. So now that we've come back to the kind of upward momentum, it's definitely a stock you want to buy. And guys, one more thing, AMD is coming back from a correction. So guys, when this little move right here ends, let's go ahead and draw a line so you can physically see what I'm talking about. When this move right here ends, and it's already ended, you want to be looking for buying opportunities. So again, believe you me, AMD is an industry leader, and I want the CCI indicator to jump up above 100, and then I'm piling on AMD. I'm piling on and I'm buying $3,000 worth of this stock. So go ahead and add AMD. Correction, it broke the bear correction, wait for CCI. Perfect, that's it. That's what a watch list looks like. Moving on. So we got AMD, American Express, one of the top US banks. They are not necessarily an investment bank, they are a credit debit bank. So, and wow, look at this. Investment works. Like if you guys saw my trade history, I had some rough times. I had a rough 3 months actually the last little while trading, and that's because the markets were going through a period of change. The currency market was changing. The Federal Reserve recently announced a policy of normalization. That means that they are going to stop the stimulus, and that means the US dollar, from being a weak currency over the last year, is going to go back to being a strong reserve currency. So that was the change that kind of has been happening over the last 3 months. And also the stock market. Like if we have a look at, anyways, we won't go into too much detail. Let's stick with quickly analyzing the stocks. I wanted to spend basically about 5 to 10 minutes on each stock, and that's a little bit too much. So we're kind of speeding through things. So American Express. AXP. See the last little slowdown that they had right here, and the fact that we are down, we're dropping down below the CCI indicator. We had the last two lows right here. I guess some could argue that it's a unilateral triangle as well, if you guys kind of see that triangle here. And what could happen? It's not a thing that I like to trade. I'll explain why. So here we have a unilateral triangle. Okay, here we have the unilateral triangle, if you guys can kind of imagine this. What can happen, and what usually does happen, is we have a breakout to the top, right? And then this is where traders pile on. Yeah, let's buy. And then this is what happens. Right, and then stocks go on. So this area right here is super hard to predict. It's super hard to trade in, and the normal signals that you would get, like a breakout or a breakdown, we break down to this level, then the stock reverses back up. It reverses up, and those that were buying here, they want to buy here, and then the stock goes down. So I've noticed actually this quite a while. This is how professional stock traders capture other traders. This is called a bear trap, or a short squeeze, and this happens all the time. Actually, this right here, these 1, 2, 3, these are bull traps. That would be a bullish squeeze in the opposite direction. So not necessarily what I like to see. I don't like trading unilateral triangles. I will pay attention once the stock hits either the 50 EMA or the 100 EMA. Right now, I don't see it, so let's move on. American Tower, this on the other hand though is looking really nice. The reason it's looking really nice, we already had the breakout and a correction to the top. We're in a global uptrend, plus the uptrend is huge. We are touching a previous level that was used as support, and we're already got this bullish movement up. So guys, American Tower is definitely a stock you guys want to look at. Yeah, for sure. And guys, the real estate industry in the United States still has an opportunity to grow. Now, a lot of these analysts are not expecting that it's going to grow much more. But for sure, if you're, now remember on the Olymp Trade platform here, we have the real estate indice, ETF, excuse me, right here, real estate ETF. So it's been a great investment opportunity for all of this year. But if you're looking for a stock to trade, American Tower is actually a really good one. And like I said, guys, have a look. Remember I was telling you guys to buy from the CCI when it gets down here? Let's have a look at this. Would this have been a good time to buy when the CCI came back up? No, this would not have been. What about here, this signal when it came right back up? I guess you could argue that it would have been a good one, but this would have knocked out my stop loss. I have very short stop losses. But then this signal right here, this would have been a great time to buy. So we're looking at exactly when the CCI came down and then back up and then crossed the minus 100 area to the top side. So this would have been a great buy signal. And so we're kind of looking at the similar situation here. I want to give it some time, but American Tower is definitely on the watch list. Also, we have the MACD kind of confirming this bearish trend. What I want to make sure to avoid is I don't want to get caught in another one of these really massive sell-offs. So that's for American Tower. Analog devices. I don't like this crazy chop, and I would like to buy somewhere around the 200 EMA. So do you guys notice the reoccurring pattern here? We're looking for the stock price to be extremely pessimistic. We're looking for it to be extremely bearish and waiting for that next leg up. So we want the price to be as low as possible to previous lows to get the best trading opportunity. Because when I use the stock SPT platform, I want to buy and hold. I want to hold it for as long as I need to for it to make me some money. Apple. Apple is a stock that I definitely love. I love their technology. I like the way the stock trades, but I love to buy from either the 100 EMA or the 50. Notice how when it's in a major uptrend, it doesn't even touch the 21 EMA. So it's sometimes very difficult to find an entry point into Apple, and during this kind of weird period of uncertainty would definitely have been a good time to buy. But right now we are in an uptrend. We're coming off of the Bollinger Bands indicator, and Apple's actually at a really good price. So this looks like a flag pattern to me more than anything, not necessarily a unilateral triangle, because we're staying relatively close to the top. Notice how this level and this level is identical. They're the same level. And then these levels right here are also almost identical. They're always almost staying up towards the top. This does not constitute a triangle. This constitutes a flag pattern. And so we're looking again to break out to the top. Apple, I'm looking at but this is where I would like to ask you guys, what do you guys think would be a good time to buy Apple? When should we buy Apple? I'll let you guys go ahead and answer that in chat. You guys participate in the lesson so that you can kind of remember a little bit better, but I do want to ask you guys what we are going to write for our Apple watch list. Moving on to Baidu, man, we have a large list. Okay guys, I'm gonna stick with only looking at the technical picture so that I can give you guys some more trading opportunity. Baidu, just like Alibaba, is not a good buy right now at all. Chinese companies are under a lot of stress. Boeing is a beauty of a company. They do have a bright future if they can kind of get rid of all of their problems. Would I recommend a buy right now? Oh, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. And whenever you get that feeling that it's hard to say, don't trade. Don't trade. It's up to you when you want to swing the bat, when you want to take the trade, when you want to risk your money. So don't take the trade if you're not sure. Bristol Myers. This, on the other hand, folks, this is one of the stocks that I do want to add to my trading watch list. In an uptrend, coming off a correction, adding this for sure. Not necessarily that I want to take it right now. Yes, you can buy Apple just by using technical analysis, and that's the that's for Harish Kumar. That's the premise of the entire webinar, is that you guys can buy. Now, this is a company that I'm in. You guys saw that one of my trades is open for Caterpillar, but I bought down here somewhere after the earnings report. Really nasty trading from whoever was manipulating the market for Caterpillar, because the earnings report came out and the stock fell. Right, the earnings report was amazing for Caterpillar. So it came out July 30th, right here, guys. So July 30th, it came out before the market opened right here. This is very important. BMO. It means that first the report came out and then nobody bought it, and it started trading from down here. So in my mind, this is market manipulation from the big banks and the big hedge funds. But of course, their manipulation didn't last long, and of course the stock picked up. But I did catch a stop loss of about like minus $1,000 from trading down here even, right? Stock came down even past the low of here. And so it was actually a bloodbath. I actually did not enjoy it, but now I'm in the profit and I'm going to be holding for a long time. And that's based on fundamental analysis. And you can also use technical analysis, like say the stock is a bullish stock, obviously. And so obviously it's going to reach these levels here. And so what a technical trader would do, like I'm trying to teach you guys how to do, is close the trade somewhere around here. So good stop loss or take profit for this asset would be right around here. But for those of you that really want to make an earning, a living from trading, you can hold it even longer. Again, when we're in a correction, guys, like so, the stock breaks out initially, then it has some, forward backward momentum, and then it makes you money for a long time, for a year, it makes you money. And that's what kind of, that's what the Stock SPT platform is for, is to help you guys find these trading opportunities and hold them for a really long time. All right, so here we have Chevron, oil and gas. Now the gas prices are rising, and they're rising so much that the US president has asked the OPEC countries to kind of increase production so the price would go down. But I don't really like trading oil companies. I don't like this kind of, look at this, like that does not offer good trading opportunities. What if I buy somewhere here and then for half a year or for a quarter, the price just goes down? Not necessarily something that I like. Cisco, on the other hand, is a company that I really like, but it's really far from any kind of correction, so we're moving on. Citigroup, financial company, banking group, might be a good buy. Might be a good buy when it comes down to somewhere around here. Not necessarily right now. And it does move in waves, so for those of you that want to pile on, when you see something like this, don't. Again, listen to me, guys, here. Whenever you see something like this and you want to jump on, don't. Once again, you want the price to come down before you buy. And then you're going to be scared. This is why trading is so hard. This is why 90% of the traders fail, is because when you want to buy so much, you shouldn't. And when you're scared and when you're worried and when you're thinking, oh, is it going to continue falling? That's when you got to buy. So that's kind of the difficulty of this profession. Coca-cola, definitely a stock that you should be looking at, but again, we want to be buying from the bottom. Colgate, Palmolive, ooh. But is this a company that I want to invest in? The question is this a company that I want to invest in? Look at this, over the last 3 years it's been flat. Guys, do you want to put your money in a stock that's going to be flat? I don't think so. I don't think so. So Costco. Costco is a wholesale, very awesome store brand that operates in Canada and the United States. I'm not sure if they have worldwide operations. Definitely a stock that I would invest in. Right now it's at all-time highs. not necessarily somewhere where I want to be in right now. But look at this, guys. You can use this platform, the Stock SPT platform, to make a lot of money. That's what I'm trying to get across to you guys, is that a lot of these stocks, they're trending. Really, really good stocks. Disney could be some opportunity, guys, here. Honestly, Disney is a very powerful international company. Could be a really good trade, but not right now. eBay, on the other hand, is a right now company. Look at this. So usually it drops down to the 200 EMA. Those are the best trading opportunities. Yep, look at this over the last 3 years. Oof, this was but this came after a flat. But as it's trending, when it comes down to the 200 EMA, excellent buying opportunity. This really bothers me right here though. This kind of shooting star pattern. I do believe they have some more time to go. So you guys just ignored my question about Apple, I see. So we'll leave it blank, that's fine, if nobody wants to participate. eBay is on our watch list. Wait for bearish trend to finish. Need bullish, need buy signal. Need buy signal. All right, moving on to ExxonMobil, oil company, not so good. Facebook is definitely a buy. Have a look at it. Again, we want to buy anytime it drops down to the 50 EMA. Could be happening sometime soon. Again, we have bearish divergence or convergence with Facebook. You see how everything is tilted to the bottom. And so waiting on Facebook. FedEx, Federal Express. There could be something here. They grew by more than 100%, you guys. Over the last year, they grew by more than 100%. This is something that went under my radar for sure. Wow. Federal Express is really rocking. Now, guys, have a look at what it does. The stock price does this weird thing. I definitely do not like this kind of weird movement. So even if we break down, which we already have broken down, and we touch the line, it may still not be a good time to buy. When is a good time to buy? I guess a great time to buy would be on the breakout of the CCI to the top, right here. So notice when it was a fake, when it was like a false kind of correction, or when it was a false attempt to go higher, the CCI really did not pick up. Whereas here, first we have that, indication that we're going to go up, and then have a little bit of a period of correction, and then a good time to buy. But either way, this is a bloodbath as well. Can you guys imagine trading in this period? Super difficult. Super duper difficult. Perhaps the best thing to do would be to wait for stock to really pick up and then come back down to touch it. And I mean really pick up by having higher high and higher low. Whereas over here we have a higher high and then we have a lower low and then a lower high. This right here would be a really bad time to buy. So FedEx is a interesting topic, not necessarily something that I want to get in right now. Ferrari as well, Fox, What I'm looking at here is this big kind of spike up higher. Could this be something that we want to trade? 33.98. So the beauty again of stocks that are worth less is that you can buy a lot of them. This is the beauty of it, is that you can really buy a lot of them. Guys, we're running out of time, so I'm going to spend some time answering your questions, but I hope you kind of understood how to pick these stocks and what to look for. You may need to watch this video a second time, because as I was going through the logical process in my head, I was voicing all of these things to you guys. And so if you watch it again, you will kind of pick up on what you can do. Now I have some homework for you guys. I I'm gonna have a webinar next week, same place, same time on Thursday. And what you guys can do is you can come back and then let me know how the homework went. Your homework is gonna be for the rest of the day, look at the second half of all of these stocks. So from General Electric down to Visa, have a look at the rest of them. Look at each one. Guys, there's not a lot of them here. There's less than 100, less than 50 here. So please have a look at each and every stock and see if there's a good trading opportunity. Next week, which is only in 5 business days, only 5 trading days will pass, come back to me and talk to me about good trading opportunities you may have. We will look at them together and I will do a deep dive into the fundamental backdrop of your stock. So I will have a look at the earnings report, I will have a look at the volume, I will have a look at what the other analysts say, insider trading. I will give you guys more sneaky tools that I have in my backpack and help you guys to become more proficient, more experienced traders. This is the best way to learn when you are having almost a one-on-one conversation with a proficient trader. So I'm gonna spend the last few minutes answering your questions. Can we buy Apple by analysis using technical analysis? Yes, you can. When will Apple release its products? All you have to do is go to Google and go to Apple, like so. I click in Apple, and then you see this news button right here. That's the news button, and you guys can actually, why the heck does it do that? Man, technology is getting so annoying, to be honest with you, because they see that they can dictate better what we need. But here you can go to apple.com and actually look at when their next TV music support, have a look at their product line and what's being released when. Again, why is the Olymp Trade website showing that it is closed till the 14th of August? I really don't know what you mean. Olymp Trade website is the platform. Who is closed until August? Apple? It's open for me. Please, if I bought a dividend stock, how will my dividend be received? So Femi, Adelu, we actually do not have dividend payments because you're not actually buying the stock, you're buying the price difference between the stocks. So again, this is a different mechanic from actually buying the stock because there's a lot of reasons for it, but it is heavily regulated in the United States, and you need to be like have $225,000 on your trading account in order to be given access to real life stocks and be able to trade them inside the day. It's called insider pattern day trading is what it's called, and there's like a law that forbids that kind of practice. So Olymp Trade has this SPT system for you so that you can buy and sell stocks as you wish throughout the day or throughout the week. How can we get a buy signal? Harish Kumar, that would be a very open-ended question. The CCI gives a good buy signal. When we have a reversal pattern, like an engulfing bearish candle, is a good buy signal. When price touches a level, breaks down below it, and then comes back up to it, that would be a buy signal. So actually, really good question. Please, your system, is it a centralized system or decentralized? I believe it's centralized. The only decentralized system that I know of is the cryptocurrency sphere. AMD stock is a good stock for investment. I absolutely agree that AMD, out of all the stocks that we had today, AMD is probably the best one. The only thing that I want to warn you about is notice how the action, the day trading action, is going down, like it's predominantly bearish, as you can see here. So despite this little breakout that we had, I still recommend waiting for a better buy signal. And what a good buy signal would be, say we touch the 100 EMA. You can buy from the 100 EMA. That would be a great buy signal. I do believe AMD is going to continue being the industry leader, so guys, keep an eye out on that company for sure. And if I am going to log in after reinstall, then it's saying that account already exists. Log in again. So if that account exists, you're probably trying to make a new account. At the bottom, there's going to be a different button. It's called login or already a member, something like that. Go ahead and click that. So guys, I know that you may have a lot of questions and I didn't get through the entire list of the stocks. Go ahead and please write your question in the comments section below, and I personally answer all of your comments. So if it's something trading related, if it's not trading related and you're asking for support, I have no business in answering that. So if you have a trading related question after the webinar is over, please go ahead and write that question in the comment section, and I will help you guys get through that. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you learned something new. If you did, go ahead and leave a like to the video. Also, I want to invite you back next week. Both me and Angie, we have websites every single week. My day is Thursday. So again, if you guys finish your homework and you have questions about where you should invest, this is a very important question. In my mind, there is no more important question than where should you invest your money. But I'm a professional trader, so that's, I guess, that's the reason, I guess, why I think about it so much. But you should also focus majority of your time on this question and be a good student. Come back next Thursday and let me know what your research has brought you. We will discuss it together, we'll look at it together, and you guys will then have a more knowledgeable and a more probable investment choice to make. All right. Thank you all so much for your time. Thank you all so much for coming. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you and good luck trading out there. Peace.